than those guys did, because they do make it, all kidding aside, except for that one play, you don't get to put any contact on these receivers anymore.
No, I mean, the rules are very strict. They're very tough. I mean, the refs do a great job. If they see it, throw the flag. If they don't, they don't. I mean, the game's going so fast out there. But to say this one more time, I did that mud Brandon Marshall.
No, not
Phil.
You could,
no,
wait,
no,
you
no.
can't. Wait, you have him by. You go back,
No,
and I'll tell you what. Then I want you to come in this studio with me when you have a chance, and I will donate anything to your best charity if you tell me you don't have him by the jersey 10 yards down the field.
No, first of all, if you know football and you watch the film, you can see he was tripping. And then he ran into me. That's the only thing I can do is put my hands in the way. And then when I seen the ball, I moved him out the way, pushed him out the way to get the interception. That's not mugging him.
Oh, that's how you had his jersey. He fell into you.
So you know football, though. You know football, or do you know how to, ask questions?
Hey, you listen. You can say whatever you want, okay? You can't touch him like that down the field.
Do you know football, or are you good at interviewing?
I'm both.
No, you're not. You're good at one.
No,
I'm good, and I'm good at one.
Well, you're very good at one, but I know what I'm watching here, and
you're very good at one too.
You can't touch him like that down the field.
Mike. Just keep it as that.
Yeah, hey, listen. I will donate whatever you want if you try to squirm out of this one.
I don't need no donations.
You know that it's still. Hey, listen. You can say whatever you want.
I don't need no donations.
Wait, you want to go on a record and say that's not a penalty? On a record.
A penalty. I can say whatever I want to say. It's not a penalty.
Not a penalty.
Did the ref throw the flag?
No.
Okay then.
Well, he can't. He's not allowed to miss one.
It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. Just like if the ref don't throw the flag when he pushes off of me. I mean, this is the game, brother. What are you talking about?
Well, I didn't say you didn't get away with one.
It's a number of things that go on that field that you have no clue, but you know football.
Wait a second. Aren't you allowed to get away with one, though?
It's a whole bunch of things that go on the field that you have no clue. So, what are you trying to say?
I'm trying.
Throw a flag? No, they did.
No, they did not throw a flag.
Okay, so the play is the play.
But that doesn't mean you didn't get away with one.
The play was the play. The play was the play. The quarterback threw the ball was behind him anyway. He was nowhere in sight to catch the ball. So what are you talking about?
Well,
the ball was way behind him. I had to move him.
You are still the only one in the world who doesn't think that was a penalty, including the guys who.
I don't care. I don't care what everybody thinks. I don't care what you think. I don't care.
I don't expect you. Listen, I don't expect you to care. It's over with.
I watched the film.
But you can.
You good at interviewing. I'm good at what I do. Just leave it as that.
Well, wait a second. Are you trying to tell me that just because that you're a corner and I'm not, that I can't say that was a penalty? Now, come on.
Dude, why? Because you got a radio station?
No.
Why? Because you got an influential voice out here that you can say what you want to say?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm allowed to have an opinion.
Okay, that's your opinion. But have you ever been on that field?
That doesn't matter. That's not fair.
Yes,
That's not fair. Hey, did John Gruden say that was a penalty?
I don't care who said it. John Gruden, you, whoever.
Hey,
I don't care.
Wait a second. So no one can have it. Who's that talking?
This is Jared Wilder from the Jets PR staff.
This is why nobody want to get interviewed by him.
Oh, stop. Wait a second. Get back. What are you getting on there for?
Whatever, dude.
Darrelle, hang up.
What is he hanging up for? Wait, you're telling him to hang up? Wait a second. The Jets hang up? I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, you're telling me he is going to hang up the phone. This is why I don't talk to the Jets. I mean, this is unbelievable. And I'll tell you right now, I was only kidding around with him. But this is where, who's the guy who got on the phone and told him to hang up? I mean, you got to be kidding me. I mean, listen, now I'm going to be serious for a second. Yes, that was a penalty. I don't care what he says. Now, I was kidding around with him, and now he's going to make a big deal about it. But here's where the Jets shouldn't give me any players, because that's why you're going to tell me that I can't be honest with the guy? I mean, I'm the only one in America who thought that was a penalty, including Gruden, Jaworski, and everybody else who watched the darn play. So, listen, the idea that I can't do that, I'm not going to let anyone tell me what is and what isn't a penalty. That's all there is to it. And this is why I don't get on with the Jets. I mean, that's bottom line. That's my last shot with it. Now I don't even have one Jet that likes me. That's unbelievable. But I'm sorry. I got to be honest, folks. There's nothing I can do, even if it's Revis or not Revis. And he's a great player, but I'm not going to have him tell me something is that isn't. That's all there is to it. There's nothing. I was ready to move on, but he wouldn't let me move on. So that's the bottom line. But I'm sorry. This is a penalty. And I don't care if it's Revis or not Revis. And for them to hang up is ridiculous. I was ready to move on anyway. We just could have moved on from it. That would have been the end of it. But the idea that that's not a penalty is just ridiculous. And I don't know who the guy is. Could you tell me, Ray, who the guy is who got on the phone? What's his name? Jared? Who is Jared? What's his name? He's one of their PR assistants, I guess, who told him to hang up the phone. So that's it. But I'll tell you honestly, you got to be honest about it, folks. I can't call it a penalty all week and then get on with Revis and not call it a penalty. I can't do that, because that's just not honest. It is a penalty. Whether he thinks that I can't play corner, and I can't. But I've been watching football for a long time, and I know if it's a penalty or not, and that's a penalty. And I don't care if he's a great corner and he's an all-time player. And he's a great player. He's a good guy, too. So I have no problem with Revis getting mad at me. But just because he's Revis doesn't mean, because he says it's not a penalty, it's not a penalty. It is a penalty. But now I lost the last Jet I can talk to. Now I have no Jets to talk to. Well, what can I do? Back after this.